There's a YouTube channel called What's Ken Making that you can find on YouTube. He makes a lot of cool projects. He also helped with the Game Badge 3. Specifically, he helped with the audio code and he wrote one of the games, Badgetress. And he helped with the workshop last year, and he'll be helping with the workshop again this year. Anyway, recently on Ken's channel, he did a project where he assembled a portable emulated ZX Spectrum, and he kindly sent me a kit of it. And the idea is it's a bunch of PCBs, and you stick them together, and it kind of makes this portable case. Isn't that cool? Look at that. So yeah, I thought this might be fun to put together. Wasn't able to for a while because I was spending so much of my time on that Texas Chainsaw Pinball project. It's now shipped, so now, you know, we just have to like bug hunt and stuff. And it will be at the Texas Pinball Festival next month. Yeah, like 3 weeks from now. Yeah, so this weekend I've just been trying to take some time to get some other stuff done. So it looks like there's like 2 layers to it, like the keyboard's been duplicated, and I believe what happens is this layer goes under this layer. Like that. I don't know, there's probably some instructions someplace, but I could probably figure out most of this by myself. Bud, you are a whiny wiener. Alright, I've got all the keyboard tack switches in place, but they'll fall out if I tip this upside down, so I think I'm just going to give it a quick hit on this side, on each key, just so they stay in place. Then I'll flip it and do the real soldering. Alright, now we can flip it over, and this is where the real soldering happens. Merchandising, merchandising, where the real money of the movie is made. Spaceballs, the flamethrower, the kids love this one. Yogurt the Wise, Yogurt the Magnificent. Please, please, I'm just plain yogurt. D plus and D negative, is it, where is it getting those? Is that being pulled off of these test points here? I should solder these surface mount resistors for the RGB ladder before I put this header in, so I can be able to get at it with my iron on both sides. The rest of this stuff should stay in place when it's flipped upside down. Look at this cool parts holder that Ken printed. 10, I assume this is 10K? Yeah. I aligned the Pico and then I tapped the 2 corners to hold it in place, and now I'm going to solder the rest. So it looks like these test points are the USB data lines, and we need to manually connect them here so they can go over to this USB here. So I'll just use some really thin wire for that, like this kind of wire. And let's see. This should work. Leave the wire attached so some of the heat will go into the wire and not cause it to come off the pad. Bob's your uncle. SD card slot. Looks like it has some posts to hold it in place. I'm going to put a little flux on this one. The bigger the blob, the better the job. Let's talk about my ex, New York City. You know, I like Louis Rossman's, I like how he's fighting for right to repair, but I don't think he's remotely black-pilled enough for that. Because, yeah. Heated steering wheel DLC, that's just the beginning. I'm going to come in from the side here. Make sure you don't bridge the solder to the can. Alright, I got most of the surface mount stuff in there. Oh, switch. Look how cute that is. This is like one of those like Christmas things where you like open it up for like the days of Christmas and there's like a treat in there. And so we got the sound jack, and then the power switch goes over here. So that's the switch. That is so cool. Oh, it looks like I have to convert this through hole to be surface mount. Didn't seem. I'll have to splay out the pins. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to splay out the tines. Gotta say the word tines. The 3.5 millimeter jack The pins don't exactly match, but I guess it's close enough. Perhaps that was, maybe they couldn't find the exact right part. I think I can probably solder blob this over. Good enough for hand grenades and government work. I'm going to cover over these external vias. Because the back of this is metal, I don't want it to short out. Alright, looks like I need to attach the LCD here. Another good case of using flux for this. And then what is the spacing on this? Man, that 3D printer is loud. Line up. A little bit of spacing. I think I'd use some double-sided tape, not too thick of double-sided tape. Am I bumping into something? Why isn't this closing all the way? Oh, is it the speaker? Speaker's kind of thick. I'm not sure if that speaker will work. I'm gonna have to use a different speaker. Yeah, that seems more normal. I think you're supposed to put the 18650 on the back of the unit, but I think I might put a LiPo inside the unit. That would be a little cooler, I think. So this is a fairly bog standard charger thing. I think, is it a charger and a boost? I think it is. Yeah, flood that through, heat it up. Some contacts below. Below me, Trebek. This will be for charging the unit. Oh, it's USB-C. Very cool. I clapped. ATSTs. Oh, that's to get at the buttons on the Pico, although there's no reset button. Oh, it's probably if you add one manually. Wait, no, they put a reset button on the kit itself. Oh, and does this pass power through to this? Yeah, that's probably how that works. Got these knurled spacers. I put the tall ones in the back here. I'm assuming these short ones go in the front. Why wouldn't they? It's kind of obvious. Why did I even say that? I'm just wasting oxygen at this point. Come on. There we go. Yeah. That must be it. And then... oh, okay. Then these go on top. And then these go through the front. Okay, yeah, so there's 4 of those. That makes sense. Is that everything? One thing I'm kind of confused about is, like, the DB9 cover is loose. Yeah, well, it looks like I got plenty of space in there to put a big, chunky, monkey LiPo. Oh, then I gotta have this... yeah, I gotta have a pass through there. Did a power connection between the sides. This battery is probably active, assuming it's got a charge, which it probably does. Okay, so you turn the system on, so that turns on the ZX Spectrum, and then you have to add the specific UF2 file. I had to ask Ken which one it was. It was Pico Computer UF2 LCD, and yeah, look at this, and it's a 128 mode. Beauty! Actually, we probably, yeah, I don't need that. Let's see. Okay, so we can turn it off. Turn it on. Oh yeah, it's great. Tape loader. The screen looks really good too. It's nice and sharp. I think this is a ST7789 320 by 240. I assume, yeah, it must be serial mode because I don't see enough lines for it to be parallel. Can you just, okay, oh, okay, so we can, 128 basic. Oh, oh, it must have the, like the literal mode instead of like pushing the P. There's probably a way to enable that. Because in the original ZX Spectrum, you push the button, the P button, and the word print would show up. Oh, I think this one has the AY sound chip synthesis as well. Yeah, that's cool. Menu. Oh, you can increase the CPU speed? Oh, nice. You could like overclock it. Volume. Huh? Oh, I have to push up. Okay. Oh yeah, we want it to be loud. Tape player? Oh, I don't have an SD card in. Oh, this is cool. Well, it looks like everything works, so I'm going to go ahead and seal this up, and then I think I'll go upstairs and play with this some more. Look, 128 meg micro SD card. This is the perfect project to use it in. You know, you don't even need these side pieces to make it work, but the fact they're included is pretty cool. Oh, that was 128 basic. We want 48 basic. There we go. Okay, so 10 space. This is like Yankee Programs ZX Spectrum. Oh no, I said Z. Are you happy? Hello world. Enter 20 space go to. Oh wow. See, this is all contextual. So like if you type print, like if you hit print and then you do the quotation marks, then see how the cursor changes. So that it means, see how, yeah, see K and then it goes to L. So I could print, you know, if there was a variable called A, you could print that there. But in this case, we're going to do that. I am HAL 9000. Enter. And then we do the classic space. 4 space G. There's equals. Oh crap. G equals 4 or G equals 4 G space equals space 1 space 2. Where's 2? Okay, so that's symbol shift 2. There we go. 100. Where's colon? See, I'm trying to make a more boring video than the menu video that I made. Hey, that video served a purpose. You know, that was for people who buy that pinball. I hope people like that game. We're actually showing it for the first time publicly in 3 weeks. 3 weeks from this weekend in, of course, Texas. Oh crap! I forgot to put the shield on the joystick. I don't think you could actually fit screws in it, so I think you're just meant to cram this in there. Let's give this a try. All right. Tape loader. Yeah, let's do tape loader. I think we have to go into the menu though. So we'll go to tape loader. Then we'll go to the menu. Tape player. Get a tape. These are on the SD card. So one thing that kind of sucks about this is even though it's an emulator, it still makes you manually load tape files, which is kind of weird. Oh, Manic Miner, of course. Now when we jump out, it should start the tape. Oh, you can see my face. I am the master control program. There we go. One issue with the SPY screen, you can kind of see it there in the loading. There's a horizontal tearing because of the way the screen is refreshed. The screen is actually, the data is filled in this way. We had that problem on the MGC game as well. Like when the Bud game would scroll. Man, people had a lot of patience back in the 80s. That music is my childhood. Oh wait, I'm sorry. That music is my childhood. I'm British. Meh. I think we have the wrong... Alright, there we go. Yeah, I had to hit Shift Kempston to go into Kempston mode. What? A bush killed me? Oh, I had this screen in my Z80 video. This video should be called Dumb Yankee Tries to Play ZX Spectrum Game. But I would call it a ZX Spectrum because I'm America. Yeah, you get all the way. Oh, he got me again. But I have an air supply too. I promise to not sing. Oh my. Oh jeez. I suck! Okay, this is a somewhat recent homebrew called Castlevania Spectral Interlude. Now, this is a 128 game, so this one takes forever to load. But once you do get it loaded, you can actually do a save state, and then it's saved to RAM, I think, on the SD card, and then you can instantly resume. But first, we have to let it load. So, yeah, so you can hook up an actual joystick. This is for USB host. Oh, cool loading screen there. USB host, that's the Pico SD card, audio out, and a monitor, and another USB. Oh, that's just USB for power only. All right, well, I'm just using the charger. I did swap in a slightly smaller LiPo. The one that I used originally was just pointlessly large. This Pico emulator, if it's even using 100 milliamps, I'd be surprised. I mean, the screen is bigger than the game badge, but the game badge was only like 80 milliamps, so yeah, I think this is fine. Oh, finally. Motor off. Okay, press a key. Settings, wow. Where are the characters flickering? Would you look at that, Mr. Failmont himself. Aren't you afraid alone at the graveyard? Be careful not to stumble against your own whip and break your neck. How would we live without the one and only protector against Dracula? Oh, I forgot, Dracula isn't going to wake up for another 50 years. Very funny, Boldo. Oh, no offense, British spelling. I just hate you. I know the feeling. Blah, 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 blah. What is this, a Naughty Dog game? Oh, man, that guy just wouldn't shut up. Yeah, why is the character flickering? Yeah, that probably took like 15 or 20 minutes to load. All right, so we should be able to go, I think we can just do this. Yeah, okay. So now we have a quick save. So if I go here, back, snapshot, quick save, slot 1 Z80. Yeah, so, oh no, it took so long to load it. It took so long to bake it, and I'll never have that recipe again. And we're back. Pretty cool. Although you do have to redo the joystick, so you have to push Shift Kempston. What a horrible night to have a tape loader. Die, monster! You don't belong in this world. It is not by my hand that I am once again given flesh, but humans who wish to pay me tribute. Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves. The same could be said of all religions. Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you. What is a man? A pitiful little pile of secrets. But enough talk. Have at you! What's down here? Death? Guess we know why it's 128K. An Amy Henning production.
I really liked the first two Uncharted were really good. But by the time they got to the third one, it's like, I don't know. It reminds me of the 1990s when they wanted to make Indiana Jones 4, but it was going to be like his whole family. Kevin Costner was going to be his brother. It's like, do we really need all these characters? I guess I'm dead. Oh, watch you doing a quick save. Okay, there we go. I mean, it's playable. I just don't know why it's flickering. Like, I've seen videos of this online, and that doesn't happen. If you change the CPU emulation speed, it seems to... Well, I wouldn't say helps it, but it changes the flicker. I'm not really a big fan of having to do diagonal to jump. Come on, get over here. Ugh. What would speedrunners do? Oh. Well, there you have it. The PICOZX portable computer build. This particular one was designed by Bobricius. Bobricius. This one was designed by Bobricius. There are actually quite a few different variants of this on GitHub. You just have to make sure you put the right UF2 file onto the Pico, depending on your variant. But yeah, this thing's really cool. And I put some like little rubber feet on it, and I put some grip tape over the parts that have a live circuit. And then by putting in a smaller LiPo, I can now push the boot button if I want to redo the flash. But yeah, this is a really nice unit. This is fun. Yeah. But yeah, yes, obviously I'm an American. Bacon, guns, trucks. What I love about the ZX Spectrum is it's so astonishingly cheaply made. It's impressively cheap. Like how they managed to make it as cost effective as possible. Like they don't even use buffers in one part of it. They use resistors. It's it's kind of like the people's computer. And then the Russians stole it. And they made the people's computer. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'll put some links below. The documentation isn't super great online, so like when you assemble it, you kind of have to just figure it out yourself. But yeah, it's a neat little device. I think you can get these kits from is it PCBware or someone else? Like you can get all these circuit boards pre-made. And I like how they made the case out of circuit boards. Yeah, and even with the LiPo, it's maybe £1 at that.